Morning. A lovely bright morning this morning. Right, I've finished another audiobook. I've got into the habit, I know this is only the third audiobook I've listened to, but I've got into the habit of switching it on and I can absorb while I'm doing different things. This one, it's one of those books that you think you ought to read, or as you're growing up, it's one of the ones that you think it should be read. Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own. As you're younger, growing up, I'm surprised it doesn't appear on any sort of school curriculum or anything like that. This one is based on a series of lectures that Virginia Woolf delivered, and it's discussing women and fiction and writing. Some people say it's a purely feminist text, but I don't think it is in the way that people sort of think about feminism. She discusses what a woman needs to be able to write. And you could transpose it and say it's what anybody needs to write: man, woman, dog, cat, An independent income and a room of one's own. Somewhere where you can shut yourself away and not be distracted. And that is what you need to be a writer. She looks at it as the way that women, when she was giving these lectures, women weren't independent as such. And they just had the vote, and she thought it was more important. In a section, she says it's more important to her to have independent means than to have the vote. Because getting the vote doesn't mean she's got the space to write, but having an independent income means that she has got space to write. So that is one comment that she makes. She starts this. She's writing as a fictional narrator. She starts this as being refused entry to the university library because she's unaccompanied by a man. Women were not allowed at that time into the university libraries unaccompanied. So that is the start of her lecture. And then she thinks about women writers through the centuries, and she focuses on Aphra Behn, who in the 17th century became independent, a playwright who became independent, and she was almost the trailblazer for people like Charlotte Bronte and Jane Austen. She discusses whether women are better suited for poetry or novel writing. And she has an idea about what would have happened if Shakespeare's sister, if he'd had a sister, she makes up this girl, Judith, if she'd been educated and could write as well as he could, what would her life have been like? So it is looking at women and writing, the success that women have as writing, the struggle they have had to become independent writers. And it sort of makes you appreciate everything that women have gone through to be able to be independent writers. The journey from the Aphra Behns to all the fantastic women writers we've got today. So, Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own. I will leave you now. Take care, happy reading, and bye.